Hello, this is Simon Chilambo here. Perhaps as with many other major societal paradigm shifting events, George Floyd is murdered at the worst thinkable time. That from the point of view of how world society has responded and continues to respond by way of these massive protests that we are witnessing in the world today. Defying the social distancing rules, preventive measures against the current coronavirus disease, COVID-19 spread. There's been criticism, there is very valid criticism with regard to how stupid people can be protesting the way they do against some stupid event in America that has nothing to do with Australians, that has nothing to do with others, any parts of the world. That's fine. But there is something called freedom, which to me is the highest value that we have as human beings. It's around the ideas, of freedom that everything else, grows. Love, creativity, the right to choose, how we want to live, how we want to relate ourselves to nature, to creation, right to worship, practice whatever within the confines of societal rules, within confines of the laws, both natural law and laws of respective countries that we find ourselves living in modern society. As the highest value that we have as human beings, we will do what it takes, whatever it takes, to protect and to fight for our freedom when it's threatened or when it's taken away from us. That's what happens. That's what it is. So people may be acting stupid, defying the coronavirus disease spread, but that happens all the time. People defy the most powerful forces in the world, military forces anywhere in the world, United States itself, you name your country. In the name of freedom, people go to war. The current wars that we have in the world today, irrespective of which ideological stand or religious you take, is because people are fighting for their freedom. As subjective and as fluid this concept of freedom is, it is what it is. People will put their necks, their life on the line in the struggle for freedom. And then as I hear people speak, as I read what people write, about how they feel and what they think about these protests, despite the coronavirus disease, COVID-19 dangers, my mind works, and then comes out the poem, freedom, to die or not to die for. The cost of freedom, to die or not to die for. When I am dead, I am dead. Me dead, my life as I lived it, the joys it gave me, the sweet life of wines and roses, the trials and tribulations it subjected me to, the sour life of swords and sores, don't matter no more. Heaven and hell are illusions for the afterlife. Therefore, in the living, I worry but little about them. I have this vision that I shall die as I lived, a spirit hooked on freedom. Freedom taught me that it is like the air, it is love. Love is the axis around which the earth rotates. Without air, I can't breathe. I can't breathe, I die. I die, earth axis vanishes, all love lost, earth rotation stops, all hell breaks loose. Deprivation of freedom strangles me, constricts my lungs, inflames my sinuses. I can't breathe. I don't die. I panic. I go berserk. I feel no pain. Fear evaporates from my body. I am mad like a médecin sans frontières. Deprivation of freedom makes the line between life and death very thin. Every which way I am heard, I am seen. If I die, I do so for the living to breathe. They will call my action the ultimate sacrifice. If I live, I won't celebrate until I can shout out freedom from the depth of my lungs. I'll call that pure joy. In the name of freedom, a man defied military tanks in Tiananmen Square. In the name of freedom, somebody is incarcerated in dark holes every day, claustrophobic, no food, no drink worth talking about. They'll tell you about Robben Island in the land of my birth. I can't breathe. In the name of freedom, somebody takes a bullet in the head every day. In the name of freedom, people of the world turn blind eyes to coronavirus disease, COVID-19, conveniently called the invisible enemy. This is the price of freedom. Let us breathe. Give us our lives back. Nothing, no one can stop us now. We need to breathe, whatever the cost. No freedom, no rationality. It is what it is. If I die, I die. I won't be the first to die in the name of freedom.